Millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
They can work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep poking. When I say penitentiary, put him in him.
I put on this, yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
Separate yourself.
Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great. Non-stop. Keep the pace. I'm down.
Yo. What's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. Top of the morning, top of the afternoon to each and every one of you. I'd like to apologize to the family in the chat for our tardiness. But how y'all doing, man? Hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope that y'all staying humble in this journey called life. And y'all know what we do over here. We're going to dive right in because we're a little behind. And I want to hear y'all take on last night's fights. So let's get this party started. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore owned. GTD Promotions. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibad.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.narslipgallery.org. Go over to Damari page. Support him in his art in and out of the ring and his merch. Future world champion. Also, go over to Mia, www.miakillerb.com page. Support her and her merch and her boxing journey. Keep her in your prayers on her recovery to get back into doing the sport that she loves. Shout out to Richie Baby for the 5 intros and edits. R.I.P. John Boy, R.I.P. to Miss Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. Y'all truly miss. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotion featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Miss Olivia Pope, Coach Brandy, and shout out to EOE, Education Over Everything, My Brother Movement. Shout out to Stressed Out Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News, Just Do Boxing, AO Clothing Line, Froso Boxing Gear and Clothing Line. Don't forget to go over there to Four Corners Boxing every Wednesday night. 15 rounds of boxing. Support our New York affiliates. And shout out the 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue, Coach Calvin and Kenny Way. Get your shirts essentials 12 rolls for $7. Shout out to Under Armour. Thanks for all that you do. The Queen, Miss Mona, Miss Yaya, Gregory Pratt. Hope they all right. Everybody keep them in y'all prayers. Kyle Coolin, Joshua Furlong, Timothy Stoppmeyer. I pray that they safe. Trucker Sally, Chris Trucker, praying that our family is good. I haven't seen them in the chat, but appreciate each and every one of you. Last but not least, Official Gear Boxing. Y'all already know who it is. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box Raw. All right. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, man. Hope y'all having a blessed weekend. Keep y'all head up. Life gonna keep lifing with you or without you. So stay prayed up and stay anchored, stay grounded, and just enjoy, man. Enjoy. All right, let me go over here and holler at my family. Ace is the place of the helping hardware store. What it do? Alan Johnson. What up, champ? Bars Doug. What it do? Ralph 707. Pacquiao won that. And Tim Zoo is washed, I guess, typo. Stretched Out Boxing. The Rize Podcast in the building. Hit like and subscribe before you comment. Brooklyn BZ. Good afternoon, chat. Richie baby, I try Uncle Squeeze. Shit ain't easy with big head. Appreciate you, man. Brooklyn BZ. Hey, Coach Squeeze. Sorry I've been MIA. Recently married. The love of my life and newlywed life had been wonderful. I'm back and I watched boxing this weekend. Congratulations, man. Let's everybody congratulate Brooklyn BZ on his marriage, and may God bless and pour blessings on your marriage, man. Just keep loving each other, keep putting each other first, and have discussions. Sit down at the table, man. Communication is the big thing, and love and respect, man. You do that, you good. You don't do that, you don't got nothing. Congratulations. Miss Gwen, how you doing, ma'am? How you feeling? God bless you. D33284, what it do? Joseph Foster. Can't stop, I know, I feel I'm digging on you, you digging on me, she digging on me. Eon BS, what it do? You welcome. My apologies, ain't mean nothing by it. Congratulations. Brooklyn BZ, congratulations. Big Rob, what it do? Yeah, what it do, Big Rob? What's up, peeps? Appreciate you coming in, man. Checking me out. Brooklyn BZ, for sure, coach. I'm going to love him up and down, coach. Good. Yeah, that's a good thing, man. Gotta have a lifetime partner, man. Gotta have one. Stuff happen. You need somebody to have your back and be there for each other. At the end of the day, bring joy to each other life. That's what it's about. I know you're going to see a bunch of distractions around you, but the bottom line is, like Martin Luther King said, content of character. I don't know, Big Rob. I don't know. I ain't gonna tell you nothing I ain't sure about. I ain't, I'm in the dark with it too. Congratulations to you both. Remember, honesty, trust, communication is the key to longevity in a marriage. Yeah. Appreciate you. All is well. On wishing nothing but blessings for you. I need it, man. Keep me in y'all prayers too. I need to be uplifted too. We all go through stuff. The uplifters need to be uplifted too so they can keep uplifting. Melody Queen 27, the best moderator in the game. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Please and thank you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Rize Podcast. $ Cash App GEESSUS. $ Squeeze to support the channel. Get your merch at therisepodcast.com. Yeah, man. Let's get into the boxing, man. Let's get into the boxing. Which one y'all want to talk about? The Usyk? Let's go with the Usyk. And for the ones who saw the Usyk fight, what do y'all think? I think Gary did real good. I think he did excellent. He did excellent. He let his hands go, man. I'm gonna go back and look at it again. I like to go back and look at the fights again. But for him to have that long layoff at the surgery and do what he did, that was spectacular. It's not easy to do. But like he said, he live in the gym. He live in the gym. Mike Rhyme, what it do? Wall Street only say Mario Barrios got glass jaw. Yeah, he old boy looked slow. He looked slow. The boys looked slow. I don't know what type of game playing and they be gaming on, but like we always say, styles makes fights. And that explosive style. I had Du Bois. I went with Du Bois to win. I was came up short on that one. But it ain't like I don't like Usyk. It's just that I think the first time that he was robbed, I don't think that was a low blow. That's just my opinion. A lot of people going different ways with that. But yeah, see, Big Rob, I'm with you. Wall Street only. We about to get heat up in here. I'm with you. Manny was gifted last night. From what I saw, I think he was too. Some people saying he was robbed, Big Rob. If you paying attention, Barrios get knocked down every fight. Chub Rock, what it do, nephew? I want to rock. I want to rock. I want to rock right now. I'm Rize and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known. What it do? Mike Ryan, man, he missed 1,000 shots. I think Barrios did enough to win, in my opinion. I'm going to go back, look at it again, and get back with y'all, but I'm going to go back and D33284. You think he should have got him out of there early, or we needed a full performance? Which fight you talking about? Wall Street, I told you last time, veteran boxers like yourself, or put it on That's Young Bulls. Maddie was definitely gifted. I think Barrios was holding back. He was in respect mode to me. Oh, you say, girl, you think he should have got him out there early, or we needed a full performance? I mean, hey, you don't get paid for overtime. That's what Tank always say. You know, we ain't on the clock with boxing. You got to get your opponent out of there. Anything can happen. So, I mean, he did what he had to do. He executed, got the knockout in a nice fashion. So I mean, I ain't mad at it. Brooklyn BZ, in my opinion, Barrios is not a super aggressive fighter. He could have put more out there. He hurt Manny, then slacked off. Wall Street only. Mario struggled with a veteran. All of y'all, the points y'all making are valid points. All of that you add in the recipe and make you a nice potato salad without the raisins. But Melody Queen 27, he should have gotten him out of there around 6 or 7. That way we would have seen some rounds. But the go 12 was crazy. You had youth in your side, and Manny was not the Pac-Man of the past. Chubb Rock, Gary looked good. He got tired quick after the long layoff. Yeah, you know how that is. You know how that is.
What's going on, champ?
But he looked good. What's going on? He looked good. He looked it. Look, for Gary Russell, y'all gotta understand, you could take a week off, 2 weeks off out of the gym. You'll come back, your timing not off. Some people, what's going on, chap? It take a little bit more to get back on stride. How you feeling, champ?
Squeeze.
Don't say it. I ain't looked yet. You talking about the numbers?
No, I ain't even looking at the number. No,
Oh.
It's been rough. It just been rough.
Got you.
It just been rough, Squeeze. You know what I mean? It's been a rough couple of days. How you feeling? How you like them fights?
Good. I gotta go back and watch a lot of them. I was jumping back and forth with a lot of them, but a great week for boxing. A great week. They keep keeping us moving.
What do you think about that Pacquiao Barrios draw?
I think
Hey, Mr.
I think that Barrios did enough to win, but I'm not too mad at the majority draw. It's almost like Barrios was holding back a little bit to me. There's some of this shit is just hard to call when you're looking at it, but I mean, I ain't mad at it. But for Pacquiao to look like he did at 46 years old was insane. Was insane, yo.
He definitely turned back the hands of time.
Totally unbelievable.
He definitely turned them back though last night.
And see, nobody want to get Tank credit for beating Mario Barrios.
I got a few videos I'm gonna run down for you, Squeeze.
Run them down, champ.
Run a few of them down for you real quick.
Run them down.
Shout out to Richie Baby. We bring him right on in.
It's hard, y'all, to do that.
Let's start off with this one.
It happened now and not, no other way.
You deserve, maybe change the course of your plans for your future.
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now. For sure.
Of them, but it was parts in there, right? I really seen the adult side of him being a professional boxer. They was both being on point. You know what I'm saying? Lamont was doing what he was supposed to do. He really stepped up to actually do what he was supposed to do. He stayed busy. You know what I'm saying? Tank was coming back, sitting there saying, I'm gonna put his shots. Tank's shots was incredible. He was hitting Lamont with some nice shots that, like we said, we thought he would have went out with. And he took him. He took him. And in his mind, he said, Tank is not going to knock me out.
That's just a trailer.
But what we said, credit to Salcido's will and chin for going the distance in what ultimately was a showcase for the explosiveness of Usyk Pitbull Cruz. The left hook, the right hand follow.
DC interim super lightweight champion, Usyk Pitbull Cruz. So Usyk
From Usyk.
And he's gone. He's out. Daniel Dubois. He's never going to make it. Oleksandr Usyk can be crowned right here, right now. He is undisputed for a 3rd time. What?
You're fresh off a KO win. Are you here to call out Manny Pacquiao after the fight?
I don't want Manny. I'm here to support Manny. I want the other island boy, but with a patch on his eye. Let's make it even. My next fight, they got to have a patch on their eye.
Man, who's your top 5 favorite fighters to watch in today's boxing?
Top 5?
Yeah.
Cruz.
Pitbull.
The Pitbull. Ryan Garcia. Tank. Roach. And I like to see Haney run.
So you like to see Haney
I like to see Haney run. He don't box, he run. I love to see Haney run. I love to see him get on his bicycle and his tricycle and run around the ring and play like a boxer.
You know, he's got a good-ass fight lined up in November. Brian Norman Jr.?
Yeah, I'm betting on Norman. I'm betting on Norman. Yeah.
You think he wins the fight?
Yeah, I think Norman wins the fight. Yeah. I think Ryan Garcia have shell shock Haney. Yeah, I think it's shell shock. Can't take a punch no more.
You've been watching boxing a long time,
Yeah,
Charles?
man, since I was a kid. Yeah, I come back from Ray Leonard. Yeah, me and Sugar Ray Leonard days. Yeah, Marvin Hackett. Yeah.
Who would have won Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Sugar Ray Leonard. Ray Leonard hit too hard. We only seen Mayweather take 3 good punches. Mosley. Marquez, and I can't think of the other guy that rocked him real good. But other than that, no, Sugar Ray Leonard all day long.
And so you came up in the glory days of the 80s.
The 80s, yeah, the 80s.
What do you think of the game now compared to then and kind of the golden age? What do you think of the game now?
They cheerleader boxers. They pick and choose who they want to fight. They don't fight who the next contender is. So yeah, they don't ruin the sport of boxing.
Is there any fight you want to see in particular?
Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao after this fight.
All right, thanks, Charleston.
Yes, tag team boxing, third time ever in the history of boxing. Rest of that shit is bullshit. It's scripted.
Rest of it is nonsense.
Yeah, or go over there in Saudi Arabia and fight to the death.
Oh.
Yeah. We sick of this shit. We want to see some person drug out on the shield. They talk that warrior talk. We ain't seen a boxer drug out on the shield in Europe.
What you think about Jake Paul? Jake Paul, they said that he might be fighting Anthony Joshua, my guy.
That's cheerleading boxing.
Cheerleading boxing, not real.
Until Jake Paul fight Lennox Lewis for real. If Jake Paul really serious about fight Lennox Lewis. The rest of that shit is cherry picking and pussyfooting.
That ain't the real deal.
No, nigga, fight Lennox Lewis. If he really serious, train for Lennox. Bring Lennox back. Let Lennox get a shot like Tyson with no stipulation.
When some people put my trust into the.
I see you over there smiling. What you smiling about? What you smiling about, Squeeze?
Shout out to Richie Baby, man. Shout out to Richie Baby, yo. I needed some goggles on. Yo cute as I don't know what close up. But in 3D, yo look like a kickstand from under of a bicycle when you try to change a flat in the face.
Damn.
But yeah. Yo, he sound like he punch drunk. On a real tip, Charleston sound like he been hit upside the head a few times. Yeah. No, that was entertaining. Very entertaining. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very entertaining. That was good little piece, man.
Shout out to Richie Baby. He be on it. He be catching that shit and
good,
be on
good,
so shout
good
out to
piece.
that.
Yeah, good little piece, man.
So what was your fight of the night last night?
I liked Fondor and Tim Tszyu.
Did I play that one? I don't think I played that one.
Fondor and Tim Tszyu.
This one.
That was a barn burner.
And that's what Tim Tszyu was doing. That was a short shot from Fedor that clipped Tim Tszyu as he was having his best moment.
Oh, shit, dude.
I mean, both guys are relentless. Both guys have a lot of pride. Both guys exude heart, passion, and this. What a rivalry. That's the overhand right that he's been looking for all night to get Fedor's attention. He got it. He definitely got it, but guess what? Fedor became even more. There's the left hook as well. More dangerous because Fedor, he's dangerous in the inside. The fight is done. Sebastian Fedor retains his belt in the rematch against Tim Tszyu, and the towering Inferno gets to celebrate once again just when it looked like Tim Tszyu was having his best moment in the corner. The decision is made to stop.
Yeah, so you said that was your fight of the night?
Yeah, that was mine. That was a war. That was a war. Up into, he didn't come off the stool, but man, Fondor don't got no defense at all.
But his offense be so, you know what I mean?
He don't got no defense. Who that boxing dad?
Yeah, that's the fight. That's his fight of the night right there.
Let's keep it boxing. Let's talk boxing, dad. Yeah. Let's talk boxing.
Would you tell us, Squeeze?
Yeah, let's talk about boxing. Payback is a Let's talk about boxing, Dad. No, Sison, that's my guy. I had to take advantage of that. That's why I asked you, was that him? You know what I mean? Let's keep it boxing, yo. I don't want to hear nothing about all that.
Big Rob say Bam Rodriguez was a good fight last night.
Yeah, Bam is sighting. Bam let his hands go, yo.
I ain't see that fight. Oh my gosh, are you funny? Why you gotta do Coach Dion like that? What's on your plans today, Squeed?
Already,
Here we go. You gotta stop for a second. Bring him in.
I can't see nobody. You got all them blocks
The man, the
down.
myth, the legend. What's going on, Coach? How you feeling?
Man, Sunday day or Sunday, I wouldn't say Sunday morning. It was
You
a
bring
great
them in?
Sunday.
There you go.
He already brought me in.
Yup, I didn't see you down bottom. I can't got all them blocks on the screen.
You see that new clip
Got
I
all the
dropped for you,
blocks on the
Coach?
stream. What's up, Squeezy Squeeze?
What's
You see
going
that
on,
new
Coach?
clip I dropped for you, Coach Calvin?
Dang, I come on. I ain't on the Android. I'm on the iPhone.
Coach Calvin, what's up, Coach?
Man, just enjoying my Sunday, man. There was some good fights on last night.
Inshallah. What you like last night?
I enjoyed the Pitbull fight, even though the guy took the fight at the last moment. He did 10 rounds. Pitt was trying to get him out there, but Shorty had a strong chin. He wasn't used to that level, but he took the fight, so we got a chance to see Pitbull fight. That was a good fight. It was a good fight, and then I liked it. Dang, what's his name?
Fondor?
I already said you like Fondora.
Yeah, well, I can talk about Fundor fight yet, but the one before the Pitbull fight, the Figueroa.
Brandon Figueroa.
Yeah, I like that fight. Those jokers was getting it. They
What you
was
think?
getting it.
What you think about your man Barrios?
Oh, Barrios, man, I don't even want to comment on that fight. It's a bigger picture, so.
It always is, Cam. I hope I'm alive when you really say something like drop me. I hope I don't die before I really get a good answer out of you, Cam.
I can't talk
I
right,
love
man.
you to death. You know it, right? I love you to death. But I just want to let me do this. God, please, Allah, please bless me. Well, I can't say that, Allah, because Calvin did say, I can't say that, Allah. I apologize. He did say boxing wasn't going nowhere 2 years ago on here. A year and a half ago. You say when the Showtime left. You say,
Yeah.
y'all relax. Amazon and Prime is gonna be coming into your, so I can't say that.
Oh, and it's about to get heavier. It's about to get heavier. I just can't
Oh
say too
Lord,
much.
now he wheeled me right back. I thought I had him on the rope. See, yo, like Coach Kenny, like like, get out of there,
Hey,
Cal.
Steve. Hey, Squeeze, man. Listen to them saying.
Okay,
It's gonna
Coach.
get harder for the top guys. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get harder for the top guys, but the lower guys, you're gonna get to see some lower guys. You know how in the amateurs that you got some guys that can really fight, but they don't get the recognition. You know what I'm saying? So we get to see them guys come out of nowhere and get to see them come along and be somebody, But they gonna be in some fights. Trust what I'm saying.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
Oh,
trust
Coach
what I'm
Jack.
saying. It's gonna have. You remember how we used to watch free TV? You know what I'm saying? Pay-per-view ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause people gonna pay for what they want to see. It's as simple as that.
Hey, I'm going live on the Rize podcast. This is an exclusive. Senior don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Richie baby don't know nothing about this. This is a raw shea butter out of the tub exclusive.
Damn, Shea Butter.
Yeah.
Yo,
Y'all
what kind
don't
of
know.
games he playing? I ain't hear no Shea Butter in a while.
Y'all don't know that the original Batman and Robin used to come on TV?
Uh-huh.
Calvin was the Riddler.
Yo, that's why I love Squeeze so much, yo. That little nigga crazy as shit. I was the Riddler. Hey, you know something? The Riddler was a good character, though.
Riddle me this. The wheels may turn, but they may not burn. But tell Batman, I'll see you later. Didn't go off. You be like, damn, y'all wanted that answer to it, yo. You gotta wait a week. You gotta wait a week till it come back on.
Hey, Squeeze, I love you, Squeeze. I love you, Squeeze.
I love
I love
Squeeze,
you,
yo. Hey,
Squeeze.
that's a good one, yo. That's gonna be my new name, Coach Calvin, the Riddler.
Look, you ask Calvin a question. Be like, Calvin, who won the fight last night? If the moon crescent down. We be like, Calvin, just tell us who won the goddamn fight, will you?
Hey, but when I tell y'all something, it comes to fruition.
Yeah.
Hey, Squeeze, in your defense, right? He
Okay,
told you. He told you. He said, relax. Bud and
Yeah.
Spence is gonna fight.
Yeah, he did.
Y'all
He
just
did.
gotta wait. He giving it to us. Now, how we perceive it or how we take it is up to us. But he giving it to us.
How long we waited for that though?
No, but see, you gotta understand, like, when you ask Coach Calvin, all you gotta do is ask him, is the sky blue? And all you looking for is a yes or no.
Yeah.
Coach Calvin gotta spin you around the block because he practicing for when he doing interviews, his diversion tactics, how to, you know what I mean, handle the situation. So he's spinning you around the block. So by the time you done went around the block, you like, fuck the answer to the question. You know what I mean? Let me get the hell on.
I know one day I told Calvin, meet me around the corner. Guess what yo did? Yo went through the building. Yeah. I said, how the hell he beat me out here?
So I know that building back and forth, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What up?
It's gonna be real interesting.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm down here on Monroe Street. I ain't been down here in a while, yo. I'm enjoying the city.
Monroe Street?
Yeah, I'm on Monroe Street. I'm in the hood, yo.
Yo, tuck that jewelry, yo.
Man, I'm
Where
like
Coach Kenny at?
yo. As soon as I pull up, man, I'm in my
Cal, put your chain in, yo.
But I just want to show y'all something, yo. They got tank all over the city, man.
Cal, pay attention. Don't be talking to us and walking. Pay attention, Cal. Oh, damn.
That's Monroe and what?
Monroe and I can't see. You know where the car wash at, man?
Oh, right, Monroe and like at the press man.
Yep. Look at that, man. They got tank right there. It's about the third painting. About the fourth painting.
Oh, he all right. He up on the good side of Monroe Street. Yeah. Yeah, you safe, Cal. Yeah.
I know I'm safe. My homeboys, it's from my homeboy shop. What's up, baby?
Y'all Cal. I know where Cal at.
How you been, huh?
Damn, the Doug at them.
So I'm in the hood, man. That's where it all started. What's up, baby? Yeah, I am looking for that. Nah, I ain't got no change for that. I need change for something bigger than that. What's up, homie? What's going on? How you been? Man, we all hanging in there. What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? Well, I gotta wait too. All this waiting. We playing the waiting game. Yeah. That's all I get always when I'm walking somewhere. When the next fight? When the next fight?
You know how that is, you know.
So Coach Calvin, what's a different question that you haven't been asked that you would like to be asked?
Let me get back in the car.
He might
The
can't
son
hear
named
you,
Joe.
Queen. That's a good
I can hear
question.
you now. What's a
I
good
said,
question?
what question haven't you been asked that you would like to be asked? while you walk in the streets?
What question I haven't been asked that I would like to be asked?
Good question.
Yo, that's a good one. You got a nigga thinking, yo.
Damn. Richie gonna have to cut this one up.
I got you. I got you. This the one. This the one I think is a good question. No, everybody asks. Shucks, it's always when is the next fight? I
No, but
I get
listen
what he's
to
saying. I understand what he's
give us
saying,
something,
but
Cal. Give us
I'm
something.
trying to. But everybody always asks the same thing, and it just stuck into me. You know, when you hear it so much, it just stuck in you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't think of nothing else because they always ask the same question. But a good question. That was a good question for an answer.
Now we just waiting for the answer.
Because I can't give you an answer because you know how you sitting in there doing a test and you sit there and say, damn, that's a hard question right here. And you have to skip over it and come back to it.
I already say as soon as the podcast go off, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I got it." You're gonna be texting me.
That's what happened.
Talking about Sting, I got it.
see, you know about tests like that. See, you know about them tests. Like, all right, you sit back thinking about like, shit, I knew the answer. No, but that's a good one. Give it to me in a different phrase.
Walking like
Womp 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 womp
what,
womp womp.
Oh shit. That's a good one too, Squeeze.
what question would be different and surprised you being asked?
What question would be different and surprise me being asked? Hmm.
I think we might got him squeezed. So you can't give him a question where he can, you know what I mean? You got to put that brain to the test. We got him now,
Man,
squeeze.
y'all, you failing to realize Calvin was a fighter too before. He done took some damage over the years. The Spawn, look, the Spawn, Tank beating him upside his head
No,
for 12 decades.
I'm
You
trying to find a
asking
video.
questions of a person that never got in the ring before. They could come off the top of their head.
I'm trying to find a video that I was gonna make just showing the hits that Coach Calvin take from his fighters. I can't
Oh,
find it.
I got one for you. I got
Come
one
on.
for you. Uh, 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 what the guy say? Butter.
All right, I got something. How's Tank feeling?
Now look,
Oh,
now
that's
hold
what
up,
I was
look.
going to say. Go ahead, senior. That's what I was going to say.
Listen, right. I was trying to stay away from Tank. I was talking about you, but
Oh, me? Well, even me. Even
listen,
me.
this is what
Even me. How you feeling?
this what Big Rob asked. How's Tank mindset for this rematch when it happens, and is he in good spirits?
He was always in good spirits. That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. Because when I look back at films and video, he was always upbeat and whatnot. I don't want to talk about when we was in deep water, but we was good. Everything was good. Everything was good, man. You know, but I'm used to controversy. So right now, controversy can turn into good too. You know, so
Who was
it's not our it's not our first rodeo. You know what I'm saying? So all we gotta do is just take a situation and turn it into a good situation, and and that was happening. It was good. Everything was good. Everything was good. Everything was good, super good. You know, everything was
what
good.
amateur hit you the hardest?
Huh?
What amateur hit you the hardest?
What amateur hit me the hardest far as amateurs? I mean,
Now
only thing good.
I ain't talking about just right now. I'm talking about I watch you with your amateurs. You know what I mean? They really be tagging you. So who was the hardest hitting amateur that you've had during your 10 years of coach?
All of them, yo. All of them. That's what everybody used to say, yo, why your amateurs hit so hard? Right, Squeeze?
Yeah. I done seen it over the year. I done seen it.
Yeah. So I mean, all of them do what they do, man. Only thing right now, I'm just trying to see what this next generation do. That's the question. What this next generation do? After the
I, I got
tanks,
I
the
got two
Malik,
good
and the
questions from the
trucks.
chat. I got two good questions from the chat. Ralph 707 says, Senior Squeeze, please ask Coach Calvin when is his documentary dropping?
There go your answer, Squeeze.
No, no, Squeeze went out. He
Oh,
buffering right now.
he said when Ralph 707 said, when is your documentary dropping?
Shit, we still working on it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the trailer come out soon, though. That's the first thing we working on is the trailer. So you'll see that come out real soon. But it's just so the way things going, boy. We still getting more shit.
Special K, I don't think he would know how.
Who
Matter of
know
fact,
how
matter of
what?
fact, matter of fact, matter of fact, that's a question. I'm not going to ask you when you retire. When are you going to retire? That's what Special K want to know. My question is like, I see you. I see you found your purpose. I see the way that your eyes sparkle when you in that boxing gym. When you
Debbie,
hang up the gloves, you know what I mean, and that's it. What are you going to do after boxing?
oh, I'm working on that now. I always wanted me my own shop, but I can't tell nobody what it is. But it's a shop that I'm working on right as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking pictures of the area that I want to put it in and whatnot. So I think that's going to keep me busy because I have a chance to still be around the fighters, but not be in the fight game.
How long do we have with you left in the fight game?
Right now, I'm just looking at the ones that I'm working with. Shucks, you got King, you got Spencer. I just want to see them grow up with their families and stuff like that. That's how I approach things now. I don't approach it with the fight. I approach it just seeing the kids just growing up, being young men's, being good, great citizens. Living their life. That's what I choose to see. With their kids, and you sit there, say, "Damn, I was a part of that growth."
What's your two good questions, Squeeze? Shout out to the
Well,
Wood, Singing Squeeze. Appreciate the love, the Wood. Shout Town in the building.
yeah, appreciate the love, chat. Calvin, you got your ears on?
Hmm.
I I was thinking one of the questions you could ask Coach Calvin, and he said that he touched based on it though. Um, how he doing this point in his life? Is he satisfied with where he's at in his life, coming from his past history?
I am grateful. See, that's the question. How you doing? I'm grateful that my Lord brought me to this point in my life that I'm really learning more about life through the ups and downs of life. And you only have one life. So you live it to the fullest with the good and the bad and just make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? And all of us
Well
can
said.
all of us are witness to that because when we at our worst time, we think it's over with and we keep pushing. We keep pushing, and it's like I was talking to one of my youngins, and I sit there and say, man, stop worrying about things that you don't have no control of. Only worry about the things that you can control. He said, what you
Mm,
mean? He said, what you mean, coach? I said, you got a nice vehicle and you driving. And I said, your vehicle is you.
yeah,
You can only control your vehicle. So you're in the car and somebody swerving and stuff. Don't panic. Don't get out of the situation. Just handle your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Control your vehicle and everything gonna be all right.
that's what's up.
So that's where my life at now. Just trying to control my vehicle. I can't control nobody else's vehicle, but I can just help them the best way I can. If they put me in that car, I'm a passenger. Now they driving. You know, if they say, yo, help me which way I need to go, I'm gonna tell them. I'll be the navigator. You get what I'm saying? But they still got to drive the car.
Coach, let me ask you this. I might get an answer. I might get the Riddler. The Riddler might throw his costume on this one.
I like
All
that
he,
Riddler, yo. I like that
all he
Riddler.
gotta do is pull that beanie down. He'll be the Riddler. How many fighters you see in the next year or two that's coming out of the gym that you think from your experience of coaching gonna make some noise?
I
Mm.
can't, I can't determine that until I get to the. It's a pinnacle that I always try to reach before I cut them loose. You know, where I know they're gonna be in a hunt, and that system always worked for me. So right now, I just got a few of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's only three of them are getting close. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's getting close to that number where they got to do their coming out party against a named person that's gonna, tell you where they're gonna be at. You know, when I see the beginning of when you building the fighter and looking at their fights, getting them through that first layer, that first layer. Once you get them through that first layer, then it comes real. And then that's when you really saying it like, it is what it is. We did all that now. It's time for you to like handle your business now. And the way how boxing is changing there, you know what I'm saying? It might happen sooner than what I wanted to happen, because you got to fight somebody to be somebody.
Yup. Yup. Definitely, man. Bring him in,
I can
Sing.
give you, I can give you one guy that I really got my eyes on. Sniper, Titus.
Oh, okay.
I, I really got my eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he really surprised me his last fight. Really did. Really did. And he understood it. Like, okay. And all the stuff that we used to fuss him out about, we seen it in the fight. That he was really like tuned in.
Yeah.
And he getting so many phone calls now. I'm like shaking my head like, day.
From that fight, Jersey.
Yeah. From that one fight, yo. That one fight,
Damn.
man.
See,
That
because
one.
but what in that fight, what it showed is the problem ain't losing. It's the performance you put on when you lose. Because in that fight, you know what I mean. How many people came back to the back and was like, "Yo, you got robbed. We watched it. You got robbed." But the performance is so dominant. It's like, oh, we need him back again. You know what I mean? Whether he got robbed or not, he scored.
That's what people say. From round one all the way to the end round, it was thumping. It was thumping. It was thumping. I thought he was gonna hit the referee for me.
Ooh, this is a good one right here, Coach Calvin.
Okay.
We y'all ever tell an up and coming boxer that just don't have it that this isn't for you?
Plenty of times. Plenty of times. And they still trying.
But
I tell them, yo, I do like this. I say, see that rafter right there? You know how the guys throw their tennis shoes up in the street on the lamp pole? Take your
Mhm.
gloves and throw them up in there.
But I like, you know what I mean? When I think of that question, I'm not saying like I see like when Jasmine first came to the gym, you know what I mean? And they had jokes and everything, but you seen the work and dedication that he put in to where as though you seen him go from not being the best boxer to being looked at as different just from the work he put in day in and day out every day because he went to work and came to the gym. So
Well,
you
his situation was this. Excuse me for cutting you off. His situation was different. He was young. He was starting off. Get what I'm saying? His only problem was he used to train by himself. As soon as we fixed that problem, that's when you start seeing the best coming out of him. You get what I'm saying? And the best was coming out of that kid, man. That kid, he reminded me of Rock. Every time I think of him, he reminded me of Rock. Good kid, did what he's supposed to do, you know. and you couldn't wait for he get it all or buy into the system that he was buying into. Before the tragedy happened to him. But God knows best, and that happened. Still push all of us because it give us like you bringing him up, making me reflect on how hard he worked. You know, and it gives you motivation to sit there and say to another kid, man, it was a kid named Jasmine, man. He went through the same stuff that you went through, but he was getting better at it, man. So that's all you gotta do is just keep working hard.
I got another question for you. Like with your position, like being successful, how did you learn how to leave people behind, but still be right there with them at the same time?
I wouldn't say my success is successful yet. I don't measure my where I'm at right now. I'm grateful for where I'm at. I know I have a bigger purpose and a
We can
bigger
use
mission.
we don't gotta use success. We can use notoriety.
Okay, I can do that. I'm surprised. No, I can't use that because I was like that in the streets. My character, the way I'm carrying it now, was like that in the street. I just sit
Yeah,
there and say,
but it came to
I,
a
I
point where you had to separate yourself.
because guess what? I ain't want to be behind them damn bars no more. That's the difference. That's the realness of everything. That's the realness of everything. You wake up and say, "Yo, I want to be doing 20 to life behind these bars for the rest of my life." Don't like what you put in there, but they looking at Jack.
Coach, I think he's still on the car. Hey, coach, your phone's still on the car.
Can't hear you, coach. Can't hear you.
Coach got
Yeah, I see. And I walked away from the car. Yeah, it's on my
yeah,
car.
yeah. I think it's still on the car.
Yeah, it's still on the car. My bad. Let me do this. Say something there.
You good now? It got off the car. You good?
Yeah, yeah. I turned the car off.
All right. Yeah, but we ain't here. Whatever you said, we ain't here.
Like I said, the thing is, if someone believing in you, that's what it's really based on. Like I believe in y'all, and y'all doing y'all job. Keep saying and believing in people that believe in you. So when y'all got a mutual understanding and believing in each other, the work that y'all putting in, that's what's going to make y'all come out on top. Because every day, somebody have to push each other. I remember sometimes I come in there and cry on your shoulder, cry on Squeeze's shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Squeeze cry on my shoulder. And sin, you know how we get down. It's like scratching your head. So when you sit there and look at it, I say, yo, let me explain something to you. I've been through the same shit y'all been through. That's all it is. It's what's going to make you better for what's to come.
Yeah, we ain't chopped it up in a minute, coach.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting in the car and I said, man, let me get on here. Plus, I like listening to Squeeze, man. Squeeze, man. I was sitting one day. I was somewhere, and I remember him singing one day. I just bust out laughing.
He was ready for you as soon as you came on here too.
Huh?
I said he was ready for you as soon as you came on here too.
Yeah, no, Squeeze, man. He one of a kind, man. And I'm thankful to have him, doing what he doing, man. We wouldn't be where we at. And then senior, you just took it and ran with it. And you've been
You,
going through your ups and downs, but you still been like pushing through, trying to figure it
yeah,
out. And whatnot.
yeah. That's what it's
So
all
you,
about.
so
I
when I sit back and look at the
still
whole
remember
situation,
when
I
I
sit back
first
and look
met
at the
Cal, and he walked from out the back room with nobody in the gym. That's the first time I met Cal. I said 2 words, and Calvin say, "Oh, you funny. I got a position for you here."
yeah,
He hired me, and I ain't even signed an application.
damn sure did.
That
Damn
was
sure
that
did.
ghetto application.
Yeah. Hey, but you know something? If you talk to everybody, everybody got that same ghetto application.
Yeah.
Everybody. If
See,
I
you
sit
got
there,
it. See, you
if
got
I
it too.
Yeah, Senior got it too. Didn't even know it was coming. If I sit there and you just gave me an idea. If I sit there and interview everybody that's in our circle on how they got in my circle, you have to say they'll have a hell of a stories, man, that you would say here and laugh about.
Coach
You know?
Calvin was like, hey, I need you to do something for me. Huh? Here go the keys. You got a podcast now. See you later.
Yeah. Damn sure did.
I say, no, I'm trying to get squeezed. He could have did the show while y'all was out of town. All right, well, you got it now. Don't worry about it. That's out my hands now, right? I gotta go deal with these fighters. You got the podcast now. I'm like, Coach,
Hey,
yeah, you got
but
it.
you
You did it.
understand what I'm saying about belief?
Mm-hmm.
I just gave y'all something. I believe in y'all. I believe in, if you look at my method, I believe in everybody until they show me different.
Yup. Yup.
Until they show me different. Because belief is only in the beholder. We don't know the
Cal,
Almighty, but we know
just
it
like
exists.
Coach Calvin believe in the fighters. He be like, yeah, he looking good. First round, second round, he get dropped. Like, ah, damn it.
Hey,
Calvin
Squeeze,
say,
I'm glad you brought that up. I got a fighter went through that same thing at the sparring match, right? And they said, Coach, he big as all outdoors. I said, I got to test my car before I go driving. And they was shocked, you know? And I watched Serial Killer and $6 Million Man work out, man. Goodness grace.
wow.
Goodness grace, man. I seen a work of art. A work of art, man. And I can't wait for $6 Million Man get his debut. I can't wait to see how he perform. Yeah, man. I think I gave him the right name.
What
The
you
$6
say
million.
happened? What you say happened with Riri, Coach? She called you with a broken arm or a broke leg or something. You hung up
And
the
I
phone.
sit there and hung the phone up on her. I hung the phone up on her. Bam. And she went out there and beat the shit out that Russian girl. Excuse my French, y'all. But and then she called Kenny. Like Kenny was going to be something. Kenny was sitting in the car with me. Kenny looked at me and said, man, you know how he is. Man, I ain't doing all that. That ain't happening with me. You know, this how we have to do. I mean, to push our kids. I take that method from the Jackson Five's dad and the Serena sisters' dad, Roy Jones' dad, Floyd's dad. You know what I'm saying? Our kids can't be great if nobody ain't pushing them.
Say it again, Coach.
Our kids cannot be great if nobody's pushing them. And you gotta remember, ain't none of my kids, but I'm pushing them. I had to hear the stuff that I hear from my kids, you know, of the things that I miss with my kids. But you know what they come back and tell me now? Dad, we love you because you still spending time with us because you would have been here if you'd have kept living the way you was living. So that's what I'm grateful for. I had a good friend of mine was sit down and break everything down to me. He light years ahead of me, you know. And when I was listening to him talking, I was seeing the achievement that he went through of being where he at. And he said, man, I'm at peace now. You know, found my peace. I still do what I do, but I don't have to stress myself out doing it. Because people don't understand. Being a coach, being a trainer, being somebody to somebody, especially an athlete, man, it takes a lot out you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out you. Because you have to give a lot, man. You have to give a lot, and people don't understand it. And you have to be that face where they can look at and be comfortable that they good, you know. But if they understand the pain that you have inside of, that's why when you hear me talking, I'm talking about real pain. I train with real pain.
I think what make your training unique and different from all the trainers that train in the sport today is exactly what you said. You're training from your experience that you experienced in life. You
Yep.
incorporate that and inject that into your training. So why that's why you heard the cliche and the phrase You've been trusting me for a long time. Put that knife in him, that penitentiary knife in him. Put it,
Yeah.
That's putting your life experiences into your coaching, and it's working for you.
It's real. It's just real. It's just real. It's just real, man. You know, I was running one day and I felt that pain in my gut, man. I said, damn, I've really been pushing myself, man. I've been pushing myself. And I've been saying, Dad, I just want to experience the mental side with an athlete going around, because you can't teach certain things to an athlete mentally. You know, you have to tap into that mentally through your own mentally, you know. And when I sit back and look at the Keyshawn's and all of them, man, I mean, all the fighters at that level, man, all of them going through some type of trauma. And I don't even say it's trauma, it's just life situations that, you know, you got to remember, Squeeze, when we was little, look what they going through versus what we went through when we was little.
Yeah,
We'll laugh at some of that shit, you know?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's real, but that's their situation that they're going through.
That's their reality in the
Yeah,
present.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We didn't
Hey, but
have all of that social media stuff and all of that. It was in the hood, in the neighborhoods was our social media,
yeah,
networking with one another. In person was our social media.
yeah. You did something you did something, man. You ain't hear about it 2 months later. Damn, god damn,
You
shit.
sneeze wrong.
Miss Mona said, "All I know is we still in that car with you."
Hey, and I appreciate it, because the wheels ain't fall off yet, because we about to get a bus. Hey, something I've been working on for years about to happen. And I think that's going to motivate me even more, you know, to bring something to our fans that's riding with us, you know. And I appreciate our fans, man, because they seeing life, young men's going through, you know, through their ups and downs, man, to help the next youth that's going to go through the same thing, because that's what it's all about, man. We're reflections of each other.
Hey, Coach Calvin, how was it? How was it for you to shake the biggest person in boxing right now, making the biggest noise, hand in Turkey Sheet?
Well, I looked at it, he was just my Muslim brother, to tell you the truth. You know, the message that he gave to me was real deep. He said, Cal, we want to get these kids off the street and get them in the gym. That was heavy right there.
I
That was
heard him say it. Yeah.
that was heavy right there. It wasn't even about the business. He understood. He understood what I'm trying to do, you know. And I think his way, his method of how he's doing what he's doing is because it's on a different level. But he understood what I'm trying to do when he said, "Yo, we're gonna get these kids off the streets and we're gonna keep them in the gym." So he understands any means necessary to keep them in the gym, because it's that period. And when you're in the gym or when you're in the ring or when you're doing what they, man, you are unleashing so much, so much. You unleashing so much that it just gives you that comfort that everybody looking for, you know. And he understand it, you know. And he's what I'm saying. He just asks you to perform to make the people buy into it. You know,
Yeah.
when you see some good work, what y'all do? Y'all sit right there glued to the TV.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Coach Calvin, I don't know if you saw the Fondor and Tim Zoo fight. You get any snippets of that?
Well, my hat go off for Tim Zoo, man. He understood that Pandora was just too goddamn much for him. He gave him his props. You know what I'm saying? I seen some moves that you could do against a tall fighter, but Fandor been around with us for years, man. He ain't no chump. You know what I'm saying? And his dad, them, they family orientated in the boxing, man. They family, they eat, drink, sleep. You know, the babies, the wife, the daughter, the son, man, they eat, sleep, drink boxing. They've been doing that for years. I remember they came down to my gym in a Winnebago camp for an amateur show. Y'all don't know nothing
Damn.
about that. Yeah. Stayed with me, went out to dinner, man, me and his wife and everything. And that same nucleus is still together. So that they ain't going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? And Tim Zeus said it. You know, Tim said, they said, man, I ain't. I'm done, you know? And then he's learning how to keep his reach. Oh my God. And he can get ugly on the inside.
Yeah.
That 154 weight class about to turn into some billions. You know? Few things he got to tighten up, but that comes with experience, you know? But can somebody crack that code of getting inside there? Because he's starting to love it from that distance.
Like Luda Grindhard said, Coach Calvin is a god of lessons in life to a light of youngsters, a father, a real champ, maker that's greatness, and a legend to be more.
Thank you, bro. I ain't finished. I keep telling people when they put the dirt on me, that's when I'm done. Right now, they ain't got the dirt on me, boy. They ain't got that dirt on me. They ain't wrapped me up in that white sheet. So I'm good right now. I still got work to do.
My man.
I still got work to do. Oh my
I
God.
think in the go ahead, Senior, you great say something.
Well, go ahead. I'll let you run it.
I think in the Pitbull Cruz fight, even though the guy took the fight on last minute, that guy was solid. That was a nice late minute pick for him. But also, I noticed Pitbull Cruz, if he turned his punches over, he could get you out there a little bit faster than he would do because he looked like he slap punches a lot.
Nah. He just trying to get that big shot. He trying to get that big shot. That's what it is on Pitbull. He turned his punches over. That guy was a big guy. His thing was, I ain't trying to get knocked out. Pitbull was trying to do too much. That's why I don't like knockouts. Hey, you back on the inside already? Yeah. Shit. That's
What you
done.
think about what I said right there, Senior? You think Pitbull slap box a little bit for you? What you see from
Yeah,
your
I
perspective?
mean, he did. He did. It just
No, it was just the fight, man. I mean, I'm happy for the guy that pushed the guy because Pitbull was supposed to get him out of there. You know, the guy took the fight at the last minute. He trained for an 8 round fight. He went 10. You know what I'm saying? So right now, guys looking at that, you know, and for Pitbull, it's Pitbull. He's gonna always make his money because he coming with action pack. So that's not gonna change. You know, you have to be crafty and smart how to beat Pitbull. So right now he's back where he need to be at, as far as you know, in the winner's circle. It's just who they put him in front of the next fight. You know, and who won
Yeah,
a
because
fight.
I'm still seeing those tendencies of him leaping in, swinging for the fence, getting off balance and stuff like that. A lot of bad habits that I don't think he should have at this juncture in his career.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, Pitbull was nobody, man, until he fought Tank. He was just that guy to come forward and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's just like again, who he's going to fight next. That's the question. In the words of Coach Squeeze, styles make fight. It's what guy they put in front of him. How y'all doing? What guy they put in front of him? That's the next question. That's the question to be. You know, I like the guy that had gave Gary Russell his loss to fight him. That
Max
Samoan
Sayo,
guy. Yeah, him.
I
That would
think
be a,
Gary did enough to win that.
well, I don't know, but he got an L from that. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got an L from that. or would they give Gary a rematch to see can he get it again? But that fight with him and Pitbull would be a bomb burner if you want to see something action packed. You know.
You got anything for him? Senior, any questions?
No, because I'm gonna run down on Coach Cowan tomorrow.
Oh, is you? God damn! I gotta watch this nigga, y'all. Come on, running down on me and
You're
shit.
gonna do a boxing
What's up, baby
source.
girl? Thank you.
Aunt McQueen say Pitbull's power looks
Where you at,
solid.
Ant? Where you
What
at, Ant?
stand, what stands out most is the lack of deceptive. He does absolutely nothing to disguise or set up his
He
shots.
come to get your ass. That's all he gonna do. All he's gonna do. Nothing else.
He's an overwhelmer.
Yup.
I'm not expecting no boxing out of him. He's a
Nah, he ain't come to do that.
he pressing
He,
on the gas and he
he
going.
ain't on the clock to do that. He ain't on the clock to do that.
He looking to get you out of there. Hey, Coach Cal, I'm gonna ask you this. You might go in the Riddler mode, but I got to ask for the people anyway. I gotta lay my neck on the line. Tank versus Roach 2. In your eyes, how different would that look?
Wait a minute, say it again.
Tank Roach versus Roach 2. In your eyes only, how would that look different?
We working with him.
I rest my case. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the incomparable brother Ant McQueen.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon.
What's up, Ant? What's up, Ant? My bad,
Hey,
Coach
what's
Cowan.
up?
Coach Cowan was talking. I
Nah,
was
I ain't
trying to,
even tripping,
make it
man.
that.
Nah, you always gotta let the man speak. Don't want to cut the wisdom short.
I'm glad y'all giving me the opportunity to do that today.
Tawa,
Yeah,
what
you
up?
said
Brooklyn
you
Beezy,
said
congrats.
you said you was coming on, Coach. You said you owed us like one or two.
Yeah, I mean, I came on, man, because I miss y'all guys, and I just been quiet lately because I ain't had nothing to really talk about. They don't want to talk about certain things right at this point until they unfold and whatnot. And that's what people don't understand. You have to wait till things unfold before you can expound on it. A lot of podcasters and a lot of so-called journalists are not doing their job to get the truth to the people. Did that make sense?
Yup.
And they just coming out the side of their mouth, with information that's not true and it looks bad, you know, stuff
Yeah,
that
it
you
did.
hear. Then they got that AI generated stuff. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? That really makes it bad too, you know. So it's just sometimes I just don't care to say anything, and that's just the truth. And only but the truth. Help you God. I guess what they say in that courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, you right, Cam. So help
So
me God. They call it God then, ain't they?
yeah, yeah. So you don't get that. You don't get that, man. If you sit down and look at some of the information that they be giving up, man, they don't even really have the real truth of what's really going on and how it's going on. Not even in camp with us, So I just shake my head and don't say too much, you know. But again, I got to wait till things unfold the day of, you know.
Yup.
So once it unfolds the day of, we gotta fight, and whatnot. So that's why you see me being quiet sometimes. I can't expound on nothing until the truth comes, you know.
Hey, Coach Cal, watching you over the watching the maturation period of from yesterday, today, with your coaching, what would be your ideal fighter to be walking down the ring with? When I say
Oh, go
ideal,
Squeeze. Squeeze, my ideal fighter. Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. You ran me down. Let's do this.
Actually, I told my husband, okay, that's Calvin. He was like, no, it's not. I said, baby, I know him. Because first of all, Tank
You're
is
on my
one of my
podcast
favorites.
right there.
Oh,
No, you
Tank is
good.
one of my favorite. Myron Flowers, who trained him last, that's my brother.
Okay.
So I was like, oh no, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, when he come back, I'm going to get my photo.
Well, let's get this photo in.
Yes, because
okay.
I love what he does for everyone.
Thank you. See? And that's what it's all about. My girl. Look at it.
Oh, come on now, phone. Don't act up now.
And this is not scripted. This is not Blue Blood. This is actual live footage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, you want me to get
Sound
it,
like
girl?
our
This
blue
is not
blood out
Hey,
there.
AI
I'm
generated.
nervous. I like famous people. I get nervous.
Okay, coach.
Oh,
I
she
don't know why
got
I
it.
can't get it.
Let me see it.
Let me let you get it.
Let me
Let
You
you
get
got
it.
you got
Let me.
Android.
There you go. Booyah. One more. Booyah. We got it. We
love
made
it.
it happen.
I
You have a
love it.
graphic break for
You
that. I
too.
thank you, too.
And like I said, I love everything about it.
We got to keep pushing. That's
I
all.
just want my man to get it right and
He
let's
got it
go.
right.
Come on, let's go. Cause
You got to remember.
I love everything about this man.
We got it right. We just
He
got to
went to
figure it out.
my daughter went to Digital Harvard.
Okay, he was saying
We
cool.
was at school the same time. Hey, I went from Floyd to Tank. I don't like nobody else.
Oh, you hear y'all?
I don't like nobody else.
Y'all heard that. Thank
She
you,
said
Head.
she went
I don't
from
like
Floyd
nobody
to
else.
Tank.
Floyd the Tank. She don't like nobody else.
She ain't playing with him.
Man, that's major right there.
She
How you
went
doing?
cream with a crack.
So when I'm in the city, that's what happens when I'm in the city. You know,
Yeah,
and that's the pain that I have to go through, and I had to let that young know, like, yo, whatever you going through, I go through. You know, but I gotta
yeah.
feel it, cause I'm out here in the jungle. You know, he gets mad with me, like, why you make yourself ask? You know, I said, let me explain something to you. I don't go nowhere. You know, right now I'm doing my regular routine right now. Getting my car washed, going to at my homie spot. You know, and just chilling. That's all.
Yeah, that's your
Let-
piece.
Yeah, that right. Squeeze, you was talking about the coaching. Oh, the fighter. You
Your
know,
typical fighter to walk down the ring with, and you making that fighter up from his shoes to the top of his head if
I'm
you
look,
made him up.
I'm looking at that. I'm looking for that fighter that had all the fights that I seen that I thought was great fighters to walk down there, because you know I just take what I've seen from over the years and implement into my fight as far as their style. But I'm looking for that fighter, and one day I might name him this. Excuse what I'm about to say, y'all. It's just a name to me. Fuck you. And he's doing it when he get in that ring.
My man.
That's the fight I'm looking for. Where have you sitting in the chair, you cringing. You sitting in the chair cringing like, God, hey, man, stop doing what you're doing. But he's showing skills. He's showing technical. And he's doing it so well. When people get out the ring and say, yo, like when Tim Tszyu got out the ring with Fandor, he said, yo, this man the truth, man. You know?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. I don't want no fighters when they get out the ring, they just sit there and say, yo, man, he was the best man. Yo, he got it put together. You know? That's telling the truth. When another fighter tell a fighter that, you know you got a good fighter. Here you go, bro. All I need you to just move up a little bit so I can get up underneath this spot. He got me
Is it,
looking. He got me looking crazy.
you ain't let her see it, Cal. I wanted to see how clean she looked.
Oh, you know, Squee, I'm humble, man. I'll let y'all see the inside.
Oh, that inside don't look humble.
The inside don't look humble. You funny, Squeeze.
It looked like a living room set.
It is. The same way you were sitting on when we start the podcast. The same color, remember? That's why you say it look like our living room set. You stupid, man.
Hey
You
man,
stupid.
it's just good to have some Calvin time for a change. Because I know when you in the gym, you pulled all over the place and you locked in. We really
Yeah.
don't get to have these one-on-one talks that I was accustomed of us having.
Right. Right.
Because I remember getting in when Mr. Leon was there. It'd be you, Mr. Leon, Coach Kenny, and me. We all be
Mm-hmm.
sitting in the room talking about the sport before anybody walk in the gym.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen Mr. Leon the other day, man. Mr. Leon, man, I love Mr. Leon. He the one tricked me into doing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
He the one tricked me doing what I'm doing. Sometimes I see myself like Mr. Leon.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Mr. Leon come past it. I just come to check on you. And I said, I should be coming to check on you. And he used to always tell me, if you ain't got nothing good to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah. He always say, man, I gotta get down there and talk to Cal, man.
Alvin, yup, that's what he used to always say. But all my elders do that to me. All of them, my uncle, Warren, all of them will come to the gym and sit down and talk to me when they think I'm out of character. You know, man, that's good when you got elders, and that's what I'm talking about. When you got elders, still don't give who you are, and they know your character, and they raise you, still come and see you, and let you know certain things. You know, that's what I call respect for the youth.
You're the mean in the chat say, ask Coach what he thinks about Manny coming back to get a title shot right away over the other guys in the division.
He a legend. That's Manny. You see that crowd, man? People love him, man.
Yeah, it was
People
packed.
love him. It's Pacq. You can't take that from man. Hey, homeboy. Man, I had to come home and get the home cleaning. Always. My hand all sweaty. Hey. What's up?
Shorty's next fight, where's it gonna be?
We don't know. We waiting right now. It's gonna be in Vegas though.
It's gonna be in Vegas.
It's gonna be in Vegas.
All
All right.
So I know it's gonna be in Vegas.
All right.
All right, bet.
I love you, man.
Nigga, man. Is he in trouble or he not?
He's not in trouble. He's good.
So there's some shit that's gonna just.
Don't pay attention to the internet. Say no more. All right. So y'all understand what I have to go through every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why. That's why I always tell people, don't pay attention to the internet. Don't pay attention to the internet. You know, that internet, man. You know, that internet is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the captions, just to get you to hit a button and watch it for a few minutes so they can get the likes and clicks. You know, that's why I said they say they need real, and that's why we started the podcast, because we try to give the truth. You know, but I can't give the truth when you so deep in things. You know what I'm saying? Because people will be like, oh, and then they run it and flip it and wet it down and everything. You know.
Life is good. Say the internet is the shaitan.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. That's the new TV. Remember, they used to tell me, stay away from that one-eyed devil. And I said, what they talking about? That was the TV. They used to tell me that when I was young. They used to tell me, stay away from that one-eyed devil. You know, because, you know, media.
That's why the TV was created.
Yeah, that's just like they say, media would create their own narrator for us to believe something when something else going over here that we need to be paying attention to, you know?
Distractions.
Yeah, so.
I got Aunt Queen in the back, Calvin. You want to ask Calvin? I know you've been waiting patiently, and you want to ask Calvin anything? Here go your opportunity.
I was actually just over here watching Usyk Dubois 2 again. I got another tab. I was sitting here listening in, but I think he's spot on as far as the internet goes. I mean, I've seen videos where I seen one a couple weeks ago. Tank leaves Calvin Ford to go train with Roy Jones. I'm like, what? People make stuff up. People just make stuff up. Propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about right now. It's views and clicks, sensationalism.
Right, it is bad.
Rhetoric, however they want to drive it.
They thought Donald Trump was crazy when he was talking about fake news. So we said a lot of that there. I said, okay, that's where that terminology came from. Fake news. No, I tell people all the time, man, if you ain't see it yourself and that person's not saying it out their mouth, don't even get into it, man, you know. Don't even get into it. Don't even get into it, man.
That's why I think it's best to do what we do, Squeeze, and that's just focus on the fights that we have in front of us and just talk about that, because all of the surrounding circumstances, we don't know anything.
Nah,
No, you don't. No,
we
you
don't
don't.
we don't me and you we don't predicate what we talking about on gossip. It's straight
No, you can't.
straight
You can't
it's
because
straight boxing. It's predicated on
that's what
boxing.
that's what we should be talking about. The sport, enhancing the sport and the fights. What you thought about the fight? Give up some good acknowledges on how what you seen at the fight, what you thought about the fight, who you want to see fight, and stuff like that. It is what it is.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
that other
man.
stuff is
It's
just way too tricky. I do got a
Yeah.
question about this though, just the psychological aspect of being able to support somebody spiritually when they're
Mm.
going through a rough patch, like a fighter. Because that's the one thing I noticed with Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, he's been susceptible to getting caught early on in fights. It happened when he fought this dude named Wade Ryan. It happened versus Terrell Gausha. But it seems like after that cut that he suffered in the first fight with Fundora, and then what happened to him, he got blitzed versus Murtazaliev. He got stopped in like 3 rounds. And even in that fight, the first time he got touched, he was checking his head to make sure he wasn't bleeding. But then
Can I?
yesterday, he just, he retired on his stool, didn't want no more. So seems like that
Can
threshold changed.
No, let me explain something to you. If you ever been in a car accident,
Yeah, I have.
and so you still flinch right now. How long it's been?
For me, it was 2008. But for that first year, I did not get back in the car. I rode a bike everywhere. I was walking everywhere.
So you know what's going on in the human minds, in the human being's mind right now. Like certain intersections, I drives my ass off. I got to hit my brakes. I got hit by a police car. You know what I'm saying? Because he was looking at his phone, and and sometimes I get to certain intersections, and then I get scared that somebody might jump in front of my car. You know, so that happens when something bad happened to you, and you think it's going to reoccur again. I seen somebody was boxing, and they act like they had a cut over top of their head, and they just kept like looking at their glove, like they still had a cut over top of their head, and they didn't have a cut. You know, so it's just things that you go through or went through, and it was like that trauma that you think is still there. That's why sometimes when the guy take a real suffering knockout, you know what I'm saying? How do they come back to it? You know what I'm saying? From it, how do they come back from it?
I'm looking at him and I'm like, I don't even know what his coach and his team, what they could do to reassure him, because physically he looked prepared. Same thing with the Murtazaliev fight. Like physically he looked prepared. But then you see other guys like Lennox Lewis, for example. That dude had a short-term memory. Guy got knocked
Mm.
out cold by Rockman and came back the next fight and stopped him. And then you go back into like the 50s. Floyd Patterson versus Ingemar Johansson. He got knocked out in the first fight, came back and stopped him. Like I think it just
I think it was a different era in the type of guys. I tell you, this era of athletes is different because of that social media. You know what I'm saying? Like you could back in the days, man, we could do something and you won't know about it until like next month. You know what I'm saying? Now people find out about it quick. So it makes you like looking over your shoulder, watching what you do, and being more, you know. And then you gotta have somebody like see how you just brought that up just now. You gotta have somebody looking and deep in it, like when they saying stuff like that, noticing that, and be that voice to let them know, like you get what I'm saying. Right now, I believe in that corner, they wasn't even thinking about that, you know. And you're right. You as you brought it up, you're right. He was worrying about it, you know. He
like I
was
saw a
worrying
clip
about it.
of I was watching Andre Ward versus Kovalev, the first one the other day. And after he got dropped in the second round, Virgil Hunter was running down all of the lists of the greats who have been dropped in fights and faced adversity and got back up, and he was able to conjure up some spirit in him, that competitive spirit, and he fought better from that point on.
But look at you talking about Virgil. Virgil seen all everything. You know what I'm saying? He know what to say it in them particular situations.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
So again, like I said again, he peeped that. You know, he know what to say when a fighter get into certain trouble and whatnot. You know, like we wouldn't be having this conversation, and I wouldn't even recognize it until you said something about it, and then I looked at, I said, damn, he 100% right. You know, and the corner probably didn't even look at it because they trying to get that win. You know, they trying to making sure what's wrong, and actually he could have got around his jab. He found it. He found glimpse of it, how to get around his jab. You know what I'm saying? But he kept going away from it. You know, he kept going away from it.
Yeah, because the one thing with Fundora, he's getting a lot better at using his jab more frequently. But the one thing with him is his feet aren't necessarily the quickest. So if you can get
Right,
underneath the jab, you can close the gap
right.
with
He
the
wasn't
arm.
doing that. What's the name? He wasn't doing it. He wasn't being quick enough. You know what I'm saying? To throw him off a little bit because he got in a couple of times that he went away from it. You know, then one point when he was blocking, I said, okay, he gonna say, fuck the jab. I know I'm gonna get hit with the jab. I just gotta catch him. You know what I'm saying?
The round before he retired on the stool, he had a hell of a round. He was fighting
Yeah,
hard, but then the way that Fundora closed that round off is probably about 20 seconds where he was just unloading on him. And he
yeah.
just decided he ain't want no more. But
Then you gotta look at too how your training was inside the camp, and did they prepare you or put you through that type of situations? You know that this is gonna happen in the fight.
yeah, but you made a great point about knowing what to say to guy because we always be laughing about this. That moment you had with Tank in the corner when you needed him to go to the body. I can't remember the specific fight, but when you was telling him penitentiary, mean put the knife in him. Just knowing how to communicate with your fighter, knowing what you need him to do in that moment and what he responds to.
Right, that's true. That means the fact. No, that's based on having a relationship with the fighter and the fighter buying in and believing. As we talk about that word again, but squeeze and senior believing in you to actually believe you to actually put forth the work that you need him to do. You know,
True indeed. True indeed. Because there's just something about knowing somebody intimately and knowing what buttons to push. Like Ann Wolf, for example, when she had James Kirkland, he never lost a
oh
fight.
man, he never lost the fight.
He never
That
lost a
was that
fight with her.
relationship. That was that relationship. It was real.
Every
That
time he went to
relationship was real.
somebody else, he lost.
Yeah,
But she knew how to work him and she knew how to talk to him. And she got a lot of criticism for the way she would talk to him because she was real rough and to the point. You see the HBO special, she cussing him out, telling him to run his ass up the street and just talking crazy to him. And she got a lot of criticism for that. But
she
it worked
did.
for him. It worked
Yeah.
for him.
He went to a fight, boy. He was an unbelievable guy when he went in that situation.
Oh, yeah. And he was walking through some serious stuff. Like when he fought that guy in Gulo, El Perro, at the time, that dude was knocking people out. He was putting people out, and James was able to deal with him. But then when he left, and he fought the Japanese dude. Dude only had like 4 knockouts. A
Yeah,
Machida. He got stopped by that guy. Who didn't really have no
yeah,
punching power like that. He just wasn't
yeah,
conditioned.
yeah. You said it, bro. Hey, y'all, it's about time for me to roll out. I got to get back with my Sunday grace.
Okay, coach, appreciate you.
No, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to come on, man, and listen to me. I appreciate y'all. And y'all had some great questions, man. Make sure y'all have something the next time when I come on here. I'm
We
looking
sure
forward to
will.
it.
You answered a lot of questions today.
Yeah, I like that. The Riddler, y'all. I'm gonna take that name.
I like that for you,
Like,
coach.
I like that. Coach Calvin, the Riddler.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. I think I'm gonna start promoting that one. I'm
We
gonna put,
gotta get you some beanie cats with the Riddler
bruh,
question marks on.
bruh. That's already in the making. As soon as I get off the phone with it, it's gonna have GTD and the Riddler sign right up under
Yeah.
it. All right, y'all have a good one, man. Thank you again.
You too, coach.
All right,
All
bro.
right, Coach Calvin.
Y'all have a good one, man.
You too, coach.
Man, that was a good show.
Squeeze, what you thought about those fights yesterday, though?
I was very, very I was how would I like a word to say? I was very intertwined with the fights yesterday in a follower of the sport type of mentality way. I was intrigued. I was shocked. Everything that boxing was made of happened to my mind yesterday.
I'm in alignment with that. Both in the moment and also in retrospect. Because one fight yesterday that was extremely perplexing to me was Lawrence Okoli versus Kevin Lorena. That was the fight before the main event on Usyk Dubois. And I've seen Kevin Lorena fight before. He's a rugged dude. I mean, this dude done survived the helicopter crash. Serious dude. You know what I'm saying? He dropped, if I'm not mistaken, he might have dropped Dubois like 3 times when they fought. And then yesterday, I'm wondering, like, why isn't he pressing the issue with Lawrence Okoli? And then also, I'm looking at Lawrence Okoli like, yo, why you ain't pressing the issue with him? And then it came out, I believe this morning, that Okoli had a torn bicep. So now when I'm looking at that fight, I'm like, man, I got to give him even more respect for the fact that he was able to deal with this dude with one arm and limit him. His bicep looked nasty. They showed the photo. The bicep is rolled all the way up, and his arm looked gross, looked nasty. But he thugged it out with one arm. Bam and Cafu, that was a good fight. Pacheco, Macumbi, there wasn't as much action as I anticipated. But I got to say, I like the way that Pacheco performed. I've seen on social media some people questioning his dog because he didn't step to him. He ain't stepped to Macumbi and get him up out of there after Caleb Plant stopped him in his last fight. But that was a completely different fight. I felt like, no disrespect to Caleb Plant, but he had to fight like that because Macumbi was closing in fast. Pacheco was able to keep him on the outside and just put him behind that fence of a jab that he was working. And he didn't want to take any unnecessary chances because Macumbi was locked in. He was looking for those countering opportunities. So I thought that he fought a smart fight as well as Macumbi because there were a couple of occasions where Macumbi was able to counter over the top, but he didn't really want to press the issue because he wasn't trying to get clipped. And Pacheco didn't want to take any unnecessary shots because he didn't want to get clipped, but he was able to control things with his range, with his jab, with his legs, and just with his intelligence. Just boxed a smart fight. Pitbull and Salcedo, I thought that was going to be a little bit more action-packed because of the way that Salcedo fought against Chris Colbert. He stopped him over on Pro Box. The last fight that he had with Andy Cruz, Andy kind of tamed him. Couldn't really deal with Andy in the mid-range. The footwork was a little bit too much, so I thought that Pitbull would have been a little bit more up his alley. But Pitbull just controlled him, man. He couldn't really slow him down. Pitbull was just coming forward, winging big shots, and he was in cruise control. For the main event, man, oh no, those are kittens. Those are the kittens, bro. They just got a bath. But the main event, Tim Tszyu, co-main, Tim Tszyu. It was rough seeing him go out like that. You know, that man's the soul taker. We know about him. Rough, rugged, raw, come forward, hit you. But I've seen him get dropped now in several fights early on. And now it's starting to look like his tolerance or his threshold for like how far he's willing to go into a fight. starting to wane a little bit, and that's a tad bit concerning because you look at all the rest of those guys at 154. It's like, where do you go? There's nowhere to go to. The main event, Pacquiao versus Barrios. Yo, I low key felt like Barrios did a little bit of carrying in that fight, man, because he was able to touch him with the jab whenever he wanted to. He hurt Pacquiao to the body. Pacquiao started complaining. He ain't even complain to the ref. He complained straight to Barrios. I'm not sure if you heard Barrios' coach, Bob Santos. He told him in the corner, he said, yo, he is not the referee. Do not allow him to referee this fight. If you hurt him to the body, keep going to the body. But Barrios was willing to just concede. He was like, yo, he's complaining about going to the body. I'm not going to go to the body no more. And it was just frustrating to see. But I was also impressed with Manny Pacquiao coming out of retirement, 46 years old, going through camp, the rigors of all that, and putting himself on the line, putting his chin, his legacy, and all that other stuff on the line. So I was impressed from that standpoint. But Mario Barrios, man, he was just showing too much respect, man. Too much respect. But he got paid, so you know me. I'm never against anybody getting paid. I feel like all these guys should be maximizing every opportunity because your window is only but so long. So get that money while you can. But yeah, I drive all cars. I feel like that. Like Barrios is never really.
Well, I saw two irresponsible fighters defensive wise last night, and Fondor and Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios a tad bit better defensively than Fondor is, but very, very a lot of similarities in them guys. They heavy on their front foot. They don't bring their hands back fast enough, and they don't move their head from side to side. You could counterpunch them all day long and can get them out of there, as we've seen in the past. What you think about that perception? And
Yeah, I think with Fondora, oftentimes he's baking on his height, just being able to take a little step back here or maybe just lean back just a tad bit. So of course shots are going to get through. Me personally, I would like to see him pivot a little bit more because he doesn't necessarily have the fastest feet. Like I was saying to Coach Calvin, if you can get past his jab and get on the inside, that's a whole lot of real estate to work with. You know what I'm saying? He got a long torso, chin is up in the air. He don't really tuck it. Like you said, he don't really move his head like that. So you got a lot to work with if you get on the inside of that jab. So I would like to see him just use his legs a little bit more, in a little bit more of an educated fashion. Like pulling straight back or just leaning straight back is not always the answer. Because his nose was busted by the third round, fourth round, something like that. And he was eating a lot of shots he didn't necessarily have to take. Just get yourself off the line. And I feel the same way about Mario Barrios too. Because Mario, he's inconsistent with his head movement. Sometimes you'll see him utilize a little bit of head movement. But to your point, I would say it's more of like a pre-slip type of thing. Like he'll use head movement to try to get in range. You see him do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But then when it comes to being defensive and actually responsive to what the other guy is throwing, then he's chin right on the line, head right on the line. So, yeah, both of them guys. And that's been a curse for Mario Barrios. You've seen him in these fights. His last fight that he had before this one with Abel Ramos, built a comfortable little lead, but then to your point, Squeeze, he got lackadaisical on the defensive end, ended up getting dropped and made the fight a lot closer than what it had to be. The fight with Ugas, he won that fight pretty handily, but took a substantial amount of damage. When he fought Keith Thurman, same thing. Face looked like a damn tiki mask at the end of the fight. He like a different person by the time the fight was over. Damn near every fight you see with Barrios, eyes swollen shut, busted up. And a lot of it has to do with his his defense. So I think he's been in the perfect position. He's been on these big cards, big platforms, getting these big paychecks, and then I don't know where he goes from here because I'm looking
I
at the
think
rest of 147. Who does
I
he
think
fight?
I think Barrios is more of a with the promoters like in him. He's a hush money fighter. You're not gonna hear him go on bash no promoters. You're not gonna hear him go on and bash his coaches. He's like how would way of a word would say um he's a fighter that promoters love to promote because he basically almost takes what you give him. He just want to fight. His roots and his heritage, Aztec warrior mentality, he don't care. I just wish that, and I get it, but I wish that he was way more polished than he would. I think he could be a superstar in the sport if he knew how to box more sharper, move his feet, had of a more of a balanced skill set. What you think about that?
Yeah, everything you just said is reasonable, and I do agree. He does strike me as the type of guy that's like really amiable and personable, easy to get along with. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a true professional. In all of these events that we've seen him in, we haven't heard any controversy outside the ring. As far as his professionalism is concerned, like Barrios ain't about to miss weight, nothing like that. He ain't gonna make no excuses. He's always gonna show up. But to your point, it does feel like there's something just a tad bit missing, or it's like he's not putting it all together on the night because we know that he's tough. The guy can take punches. He's been in there with some guys that are throwing some real heat. He's been in there with Tank. He's been in there with Keith Thurman. Been in there with Abel Ramos. You know, just last night he was in there with Pacquiao, albeit an older Pacquiao, but still, you know, nonetheless, he carries himself like a warrior, but the performances just leave a tad bit more to be desired because you can see all of the attributes that he has. At 147, he's what? 6'4", 6'1". He got a solid reach on him, like, 72 inches or what have you. So he does appear to be a pretty solid athlete. Like, he doesn't look slow or anything like that. But for whatever reason, it's not coming all together. You can see it in spots. Like in the Ugas fight, I liked the way he was mixing his punches up. He was hooking off the jab, putting the right hand behind it in spots, throwing 3 and 4 punch combinations. Same thing with the Abel Ramos fight. Go look at the first 3-4 rounds of that fight. He came out, he was sharp. And then something happened. He just had a lull. A lot of people felt like he boxed well against Tank in the first half of the fight. But then he just hit a wall. I don't know what it is with him. I don't know if it's being able to maintain focus, but for whatever reason, he's consistently inconsistent, Mario Barrios, in his performances. Consistently inconsistent. Same thing happened in the Keith Thurman fight. He had a moment in that fight where he really hurt Keith. Hurt him bad to the body. He had Keith spitting out his gum shield and cycling around the ring trying to get his bearings back. But he just had that moment. And then the rest of after that, he allowed Keith to resume control of the fight. He's just consistently inconsistent with his execution and his application.
Well, all of that falls into the category of levels. But I can say that up to date, he's done an excellent job coming from where he came from, being a champion before, fighting on the big stages, fighting for titles, fighting big names, not ducking nobody. All of that looks great on Barrios' resume. That's why I think he keeps getting mentioned amongst the applicable names in the sport because of his ability to show up in the fights, win or lose, and he's a class act.
Yep, you know what they say, Squeeze. The best ability is availability, and that's the one thing about him. But I'll say this: I feel like it's a double-edged sword. I think part of the reason why he does get mentioned, and part of the reason why Manny Pacquiao picked him, is the general consensus seems to be that he's the weakest champion at 147.
Yeah.
And based on the other names that he's fought, his name does have some cachet because there is some brand recognition with him. You know, like I just mentioned, just think about the names that he's fought. Just the names he's fought. In the past 2.5 years, he's fought, or 3 years, he's fought Tank, Thurman, Ugas, Manny Pacquiao. And then you could even put Abel Ramos in there because Abel Ramos is a guy who, you know, once upon a time showed a lot of promise. And his nephew is doing this thing right now. Shout out to Jesus Ramos. So it's like, yo, if I can get a decent payday with this guy, and he seems like beatable, that's the guy to call out. But I also feel like that's part of the reason why they moved him the way that they have in his past 2 fights. And they didn't have him unify with a Stan Jonas or have him unify with a Boots Ennis when Boots was still at 147. They're going to squeeze every single ounce of, what do you call it? Viability, if you will. They'll squeeze every single ounce of viability, commercial viability, out of Mario Barrios. Because when you look at the man's resume in terms of the events that he's been a part of, it's nothing short of spectacular. Like he was on probably the biggest watch boxing event last year on the undercard, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. He was on that on Netflix. One of the biggest boxing events of the last 5 years or so. So there was a lot of visibility there. Manny Pacquiao comes back. He's a part of the comeback of a legend. So once again, there's a lot of visibility there. Yo, I was watching the prelims, right? There were over 120,000 people tuned into the prelims yesterday on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That's how much fanfare there was for that event. Most specifically, the return of Manny Pacquiao. So he's a part of that. Then he also headlined with Tank. So he's been part of some big events. And that's why these other champions at 147 would want to fight him. But by the same token, his handlers are like, nah, we're going to put him in these other events that are going to generate some money and we can milk this for all it's worth.
Let me go to ask a couple questions in the chat, and then we're going to get on out of here. I got stuff I got to do. Let me see. Brooklyn BZ she said he still holds the title. Should he pursue unification now?
I mean, the only other titleist right now I could think of off the top of my head, not at Boots, has just moved up. The IBF, I believe, is going to be Lewis Crocker and Patty Donovan. They're going to be rematching for the vacant title that Boots just vacated. The WBA, Boots is still holding on to that, so maybe there's a chance that he looks to put himself in a fight with the champion at 154 by activating that clause that they have, when the champions move up to another division. So that belt is still held up. Then you have the WBO, which belongs to Brian Norman Jr., but he's going to be fighting Devin Haney. So I don't see him unifying with either one of those guys. But we do have, what's the name with the regular? Rolly Romero. that I drive old cars. He just
Yeah,
if
that's
I'm not
what
mistaken, that was
I
him.
drive old cars said.
There you go. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. It's an in-house fight over at PBC.
I think
Both
that
guys
would
got
be a
big
good
names.
fight. That would be a great fight. It would be action packed.
So hopefully, hopefully.
I think that would be. But hey man, appreciate you coming on. Closing arguments, champ.
Same as always, man. Small things, all things. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. And of course, we always gotta. Wait, what's my confetti? Some fireworks for the people. Dang. All right, y'all. Hold it down. Squeeze. Always appreciate you. Shout out to Senior and Coach Calvin and my
Oh
guy,
yeah.
Coach Kenny.
Oh yeah. All right, champ. See you on the next one. All right, y'all. Another great episode, man. Y'all got some gems dropped today. If you was in the chat, Coach Calvin dropped a couple of gems. And for those who watched and for those who didn't watch, come back, watch this episode, and you'll hear some of the gems that Coach Calvin got. So we won't have to be getting asked the same damn thing over and over. But I appreciate y'all. Love each and every one of y'all. Have a blessed and safe week. And see y'all on the next one. It's your boy, Smoothie King, Ant McQueen, Coach Calvin, All Assets International. Right back at y'all with another one. And make sure y'all smash that like button, man, and subscribe. There's a lot of y'all up in here. Peace.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Nietzsche in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.